Satan's strategy to shut down the church. A church is made up of people. If there's no people, there's no church. So what do you think Satan's strategy is when it comes to the church? It is to make sure there's no people there. If there's no people there, there's no church. So Satan's strategy is revealed. He works to make sure that there are no people at the church. To achieve his strategy, the devil will try and convince the people who are there to leave the church. And for people who are considering to visit the church, to stay away from it. So his strategy is both internal and external. So based on Satan's strategy for the church, here are some examples. John is called to a specific church, but the devil comes and says, John, you are not called here. Leave. Kathy is called to a specific church, but the devil comes and says, you are more spiritual than the leadership at this church. Leave. Susan is called to a specific church, but the devil comes and says, Susan, the doctrine of this church is wrong. Leave. Tom is called to a specific church, but the devil comes and says, your ministry is not really respected in this church. Leave. More examples. The devil comes and says, the leadership is wrong. He comes and says to a person that they don't really fit into that church. He comes and says to a person that they are disliked by others in the church. Such examples reveal the devil's intention to shut down the local church. So the devil wants the church that is according to God's Spirit gone. He wants it over, finished, no more. That is the strategy of the devil. Here are some more examples. A man is called to a specific church, but he listens to the people who say to him, don't go there, because they believe the wrong things and they do the wrong things. And so the man does not go. A woman is called to a specific church, but she listens to people who say there is something wrong with the leader at that church, so she doesn't go. What is Satan's strategy? It is to put an end to the church. The devil wants the church gone, and he will try and divide that church. He will try and split that church. He wants discord. He wants the church gone. So don't be a pawn of the devil to shut down the church. Don't agree with the things he tells your mind to leave the church the Holy Spirit has called you to. Don't agree with the things he tells your mind to stay away from the church the Holy Spirit has called you to. Don't be part of his strategy to oppose the work of God on earth. Rather, commit to the church God has called you to, and conduct yourself in a way that gives no ground to the devil. Take your place in that church with godly character, with service, so that God's work continues as he wants it to continue. And do not be given to the flesh. Satan wants the church that pleases the Holy Spirit gone. So don't be used by the devil to close it. Rather, take your place in that church. The church God has called you to by His Holy Spirit. Take your place in that church.